Welcome to Film Vets. I'm your host, Paul Dixon, and with me is my co-host, Lost
Dan.
Dan, are you a fan of dragons? Because we got the trailer for the House of the Dragon Season 2.
Oh, it's about time.
Yeah. Well, they started making the show long after the first season, so they didn't jump into making it immediately. But the good news was that their contracts were not under the same contract that SAG is, so they could go on making the show while the strike was going on. So we didn't have to wait too long.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
Me too. So let's check out the teaser trailer for House of the Dragon Season 2.
Errors were made in the hours following King Viserys' death.
No shit.
The war before.
Oh. All the houses, baby.
Many will die.
Oh, this guy.
Get
And the
it!
victor will eventually ascend the throne.
Oh, yeah.
There is no war so hateful to the gods.
Oh. Yes. Beautiful.
There's a war between kin.
Oh, they're gonna meet? Oh my god.
And no war so bloody as a war between dragons.
Oh. Everyone is gonna suffer because of this. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Whoa, look at those wings. Oh my god. Summer of next year. That was the trailer for House of the Dragon Season 2. Dan, what did you think?
I've been waiting a long time since season 1. Like I fell in love with season 1.
Yeah, me too.
Like I fell in love hard with it because it's got the same tone as Game of Thrones, but it's very different.
Yeah, it feels
it was so different that it was mysteriously different. And you watch this dynamic between these two friends, and they, turn into bitter rivals, and then their children are all messed up, and it's like a real family. I'm excited to see what happens, especially and I'm not tossing spoilers out there. If you haven't seen season 1, go watch it.
My mom is extremely excited for this.
Join us for season 2.
Yeah. I have a theory as to why this is so popular and so well done. It's because it's all fleshed out already. The book is already finished. We know what's going to happen to a certain degree, and they can play with that. They don't have to wait for the next book. It's done, and they can go from there. That was the biggest problem about Game of Thrones towards the end. They were going off of notes. They weren't going off of the actual books. So to their detriment, it was not as fulfilling as it should have been for most people. And so now we're in a position where they said, okay, we still feel like this franchise has some juice in it. What can we do with it? And they said, well, we got these stories, we got these books. People still love the world of Ice and Fire, but they were let down. So let's take something that is completely finished, at least from a story point of view. And still, the beauty of the book is there's a lot of mystery that's still there. They can play with the idea of, okay, well, this person disappeared for a while and came back. Where were they? What were they doing? Now we can take that and make an episode around that, Like there was a character from the first season who in the book was said to be dead, but turns out he faked his own death. And so now we can fill in those blanks. And that's the exciting thing for me is like, I don't know certain elements. I read the book and I knew the ending was coming with the dragon killing the young child. But the thing about it was I didn't know it was an accident. And even though depending on how you frame it in your mind of, oh, this is canonical or not, I prefer to think it is. I prefer to think of it as something that canonically happened in the book that they didn't touch on because it's written from the point of view of certain people, and they don't know what actually happened, whereas we can get a bird's eye view, or we can see what actually happened and why it happened, and it's just more interesting that way. So when you find out a character accidentally killed someone that started a war, that's exciting. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's why this is gonna be a triumph. I really do. I don't know how many seasons you can go for, but this is what, hundreds of years before we get to the Mad King.
Yeah.
We could go through.
Yeah, we could go forever.
You could go. There's many kings after this, and so much happens besides. Oh, I'm lost my background. Anyway, enjoy the mountains, or the city. I will switch that over.
I think your TV's playing a softball.
Damn it. All right. Anyway, I'm done with my rant. I'm just excited about this. What did you think of the trailer for House of the Dragon Season 2? Are you excited to return to the world of Ice and Fire and Westeros, or are you kind of over it after the last season of Game of Thrones, which disappointed a lot of people? Let us know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to check out our other segments. Thank you so much, veterans, for your service. I'm sorry about the background, and thank you for joining me today, Dan.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So, one thing I always do tend to joke about over here is I like it absolutely freezing. I like it when it snows. I like it when it's cold, right? I enjoy the hell out of. I'm basically like 50% snowman, right?
Yeah.
Whereas my wife
explains the
was
eyes.
born and raised in the desert. She likes it super warm. If I hop in the shower after her, she's got it cranked up so high, I feel like I'm getting 3rd-degree burns. So it's kind of like a not quite a song, but just like maybe a limerick of Ice and Fire over here. It's amazing.
A limerick of Ice and Fire. Hey,
that's it. That's all I
a
got.
haiku of Ice and Fire.
There we go. The abridged Ice and Fire. It's like an ice cube in a match.
Oh, you were saying I'm basically a snowman. I was like, that explains the dark shark eyes. Thanks so much for coming, y'all. Cheers.